Thanks for watching News 6 Getting Results. Here are tonight's Florida lottery numbers.
At News 6, you can see the commitment to breaking news. We don't stop until everything you need to know has been uncovered, so you can really see what's happening. We do this for you. Breaking news on News 6.
Breaking news at 11, 2 SWAT team members take a life. How a woman's terrifying tale of a night held at knife point led to that deadly confrontation. Plus, new video as the wife of a local sheriff joins her husband behind bars.
Rain chances going down tomorrow before a big spike in those thunderstorm chances. We'll pinpoint that at 11.
Next at 11, an iPhone alert saves a life. How fast firefighters reached a driver when seconds counted.
Rain chances dropping tomorrow. Have the forecast at 11.
Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at 11 p.m.
The wife of a now suspended sheriff will spend her first night behind bars. We'll have the details coming up. Also developing at 11, President Trump says Israel and Iran have agreed to a complete and total ceasefire. His take on a conflict that saw a U.S. base under attack. An iPhone crash alert probably just saved a life. How fast firefighters reached an impaled driver at a time when every second counted. And a violent day for local deputies. First, one was shot and hurt. He fired back, wounding a woman. But we start now at 11 tonight with breaking news in another local county. One woman is her terrifying ordeal led deputies to take the life of her boyfriend. I'm Ginger Gadsden. Thank you for joining us. Matt has the night off. The woman called 911 just after lunchtime saying she had been held at knife point all night long. That call to a SWAT team standoff at the Isles at East Millennia Apartments on Lake Fountain Drive. That's off of San Antonio Avenue, about 2 miles east of the mall at Millennia. Orange County community correspondent Troy Campbell walks us through why 2 SWAT team members say they opened fire, killing a 57-year-old. A deputy is also on leave for firing a gun earlier today in Marion County. He shot back after he was shot and wounded during a traffic stop overnight. He is now out of the hospital, and so is the woman accused of shooting him. But while the deputy is resting at home, Rihanna Harden will be facing more charges. The deputy pulled her over in the Summerfield area around 1 this morning. Now, the Marion County Sheriff's Office says Harden was in the back of his cruiser on the way to jail when she shot him with a gun hidden in her pants. The bullet grazed his face. This happened on South Pine Avenue, just north of Southwest 32nd Street in the Summerfield area. He turned and shot her in the shoulders and hips. Harden was first arrested for driving with a suspended license, providing a false ID, and drug charges. She is now also charged with attempted murder on an officer and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. We'll let you know what happens at her first court appearance tomorrow morning. The deputy is on paid administrative leave while FDLE investigates. Another big local story right now, the wife of a suspended local sheriff is spending her first night behind bars, perhaps. You're looking live now at the jail where she is locked up in Lake County, the same jail where her husband has been held for nearly 3 weeks. And while we are still waiting to get our hands on an arrest affidavit, we just got into the newsroom some better quality video of the arrest of Robin Lopez. She is set to face a judge tomorrow for the first time on a racketeering charge. Like her husband, she too now has a mugshot. And as community correspondent Mike Valenti shows us, her charge is similar to the illegal gambling charges that have kept suspended Osceola Sheriff Marcos Lopez behind bars since June 5th. We have had crews live outside the Lake County Jail for weeks now. Again, suspended Sheriff Marcos Lopez is still being held on a $1 million bond. His wife could get a lower bond at her court appearance tomorrow. For a timeline and breakdown of what led to the illegal gambling charges, head to clickorlando.com, then type Marcos Lopez in the search bar. Also developing at 11, President Trump makes a big announcement in the conflict with Iran. On social media today, the president says it has been, quote, fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. Now, his news comes 2 days after U.S. bombers were sent to destroy nuclear facilities in Iran. And it comes hours after Iran launched a retaliatory strike on a U.S. air base in Qatar. CBS reporter Erica Brown fills in the details. Tomorrow, the man who raped and murdered a woman out with friends in downtown Orlando is due to be put to death. It comes more than 30 years after Thomas Godinez was convicted. He would be the 7th person executed in Florida this year. In an interview with News 6 last month, the victim's sister said the execution would bring her and her family some closure. Attorneys for Godinez have filed for a stay, arguing the state's decision on the death penalty is too arbitrary. Also asking for a stay is the Catholic Church, which has long opposed capital punishment.
In Florida, the alternative is life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Still a very serious punishment, and it confines the offender and it protects society. But it doesn't require the state to cross that line and extinguish a human life.
News 6's Mike Valenti will be at the Florida State Prison outside Stark tomorrow night for the execution. In just a few hours, South Florida will mark 4 years since the devastating condo collapse in Surfside. 98 people died when the 12-story Champlain Towers South collapsed at 1 in the morning on June 24th, 2021. 3 people who were pulled from the rubble survived. The tragedy raised new questions about condo safety and quickly led to new safety laws. Governor Ron DeSantis chose today to sign 2 new laws aimed at easing the financial pain caused by those well-meaning laws, which have caused fees to rise sharply at many older condos, forcing many owners out of their homes. The first of today's laws, HB 913, rolls back some of the mandated assessments on condo owners. It also prevents condo association managers whose licenses have been revoked from working for any condo management firm for 10 years. The governor says this will improve transparency and accountability. The governor also signed a second new law aimed at improving the My Safe Florida condo pilot program. It provides grants for condo associations to help pay for improvements to make older buildings storm ready. Both new laws take effect July 1st, 1 week from tomorrow. We have some breaking space news now just in at 11. SpaceX says the private Axiom 4 crew of international astronauts will try again to launch to the ISS this Wednesday at 2:31 in the morning. The mission was most recently delayed due to a leak at the ISS. The forecast is a 90% go. Meteorologist Jonathan Kegas joins us now. Today's forecast was pretty dry, though.
It was, and tomorrow will be as well. We are going to start to increase those storm chances again as we get into Wednesday afternoon, and especially Thursday. We'll have that 7-day forecast for you in a few minutes.
Also at 11, saving a life using an iPhone alert, how the phone helped a local firefighter reach a driver in near record time after a nasty crash.
Beware of your bank reaching out to you. Crooks are impersonating bank employees and ripping off innocent victims. I'm investigator Louis Bold, and I'll tell you how to protect yourself coming up.
You're watching News 6 at 11 live on a Monday night, covering Lockhart, Melbourne, and all of Central Florida.
It's time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Laura Johnson. Tonight we have another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth an estimated $129.1 million. So get those tickets out. Let's play. That first number up is 42, followed by the number 25. Tonight we're going to meet the Powerball 14, who won $50,000 playing Powerball. Now for the rest of those numbers, we've got 44, 65, rounding it out with the number 5. Your Powerball number tonight, good luck everyone, is 20, and your Power Play multiplier is 3. Let's take a look at those numbers one last time. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Wednesday night. Good night, everyone.
As a trooper, I know how every crash is going to affect your commute. So watch me on News 6 Mornings.
I have a challenge for you. Turn on News 6 weather every day, and I bet you'll learn something that'll make your life better. Sure, we cover the basics, rain or no rain, but what about the humidity or the sea breeze for your weekend beach trip? Is 5 p.m. traffic going to be worse because of that thunderstorm? We want to help you every single day. That's why we do it. So see for yourself. There's only one weather team to watch in Central Florida. There's only one News 6.
Now at 11, beware of your bank reaching out to you. Crooks are impersonating bank employees and ripping off innocent victims. News 6 investigator Louis Bolden has this week's schemes and rip-offs alert. An iPhone emergency alert likely saved a life in Marion County. Take a look at this. Early this morning around 5:30, firefighters say a pickup crashed through a fence and overturned. The fence impaled the driver. Thanks to the automatic iPhone alert, though, which calls 911, firefighters got to the scene, cut the driver out, and got to the hospital in less than half an hour. In Orange County, a new beginning is closer than ever for the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando. Almost 4 years after a devastating fire, community correspondent Jana Manahalal was there as the roof went up on their new home. So happy to see that progress. Meteorologist Jonathan Kegas joins us now with a relatively quiet evening out there, Jonathan.
Very nice for a lot of us tonight. We had that one lone downpour leave Sumter County about 6:30 this evening, and then we were dry the rest of the night. It's a live look in Port Canaveral, Brevard County with our Launch Credit Union camera this evening. All is quiet, and we are going to keep it that way basically over the next couple of days. Quiet night for us in Daytona. We're back to 79 with the live look on the beach. The breeze out of the east-northeast at about 6 miles an hour. Tomorrow morning, it's a muggy start, but it's a dry start. Rain chances 0%. Groveland, we're waking up to temperatures at 73. Also that mark in Holopah. We are going to be pinpointing just a few downpours, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder tomorrow. Most of us are going to be dry, though. Playing that out for you again. The rest of the overnight is quiet with just a few passing clouds. Once we get to the afternoon, we're looking to right along the coast in I-95. That's where a few of these guys get going and then quickly try to push inland. Here is 2, again, keeping the highest shot. Relatively speaking, there's hardly anything out there at this time, but you see things trying to push on through the afternoon. Otherwise, though, most of us are dry. Now here's a look at tomorrow.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
Yeah, rain chances only at 20%. Kind of unusually low for the end of July. We have some drier air spilling in out of the north and east, keeping those storm chances at bay. We're at 93 in Orlando, 97 in Denellen and Ocala tomorrow. Again, the further west you are, it's going to be a little bit hotter, closer to I-75 corridor. Now, moving into Wednesday, we're going to see the return of thunderstorms. I don't think it's super widespread yet. I think a lot of us are still going to be dry on Wednesday, but the storms that do get going are going to have a little opportunity to pack a punch. You see already outlooked by the Storm Prediction Center at a marginal risk for severe weather. 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, but a few of those storms, again, could get a little rowdy. Playing that out for you here. There's 7 o'clock. I think most of us start the day off dry. Along the coast, there could be a shot for some storms to start the day. It's going to be in the afternoon, though. We could have a few strong ones. Now, you see here, there's not a ton going on coverage-wise through Central Florida, but again, the few that do get going, especially to the west of I-95 and closer to I-4, could bring some large hail and the potential for some damaging wind gusts. So we're going to be watching that closely on Wednesday. I do think things become a little more widespread storm-wise on Thursday. Tropical front, watching this little guy here out into the Atlantic. This is way northeast of Bermuda. Storm chances or development chances have come way down, now at 40%. It's trying, if you look at that blob, to fire off some thunderstorms there. The window is just about closed on this thing. So if it does not develop, I think we're going to go the rest of June and again through the 4th of July without anything. So some relatively good news on the tropical front. Rain chances and storm chances to go up to 40% on Wednesday. Again, a few of those could get a little rowdy in the afternoon, so watching that closely. Same deal as we get into Thursday, I think, on a more widespread scale, keeping rain chances to the weekend at 60%.
Do not like a rowdy afternoon.
No, we do not.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. Here are tonight's Florida lottery numbers. Pick 2, 6, 3. Pick 3, 4, 6, 5. Pick 4, 4, 7, 8, 5, and pick 5, 8, 4, 3, 0, 2, and the fireball is 1. Fantasy 5, 22, 18, 13, 5, and 25, and cash for life, 2, 11, 18, 24, and 32, and the cash ball is 1. Good luck. Sports Director Jamie Say is here now. Jamie, the action in the Club World Cup is heating up.
Yeah, it sure is, because there is major money on the line in this tournament. Tomorrow night, one team that has been a disruptor takes the field here in Orlando. That's on the way. And the Club World Cup is also for lovers.
Oh!
Soccer lovers. The passion ignites in South Florida tonight as Leo Messi and company try to advance against a Brazilian fan favorite. The highlights next.
The I-4 food tour is cruising in an RV from Giant Recreation World.
I'm hitting up our local restaurants, trying out their signature dishes, so maybe you can figure out where to eat this weekend.
It's the I-4 food tour. Check it out.
Sponsored by Giant Recreation World. Trooper Steve on Patrol is sponsored by Gibson Truck World. We are the king of trucks.
Major money is on the line at FIFA's Club World Cup. The total purse is $1 billion, more than double what a regular World Cup pays out. The club that wins this entire tournament goes home with around $125 million. So despite some iffy fan attendance and iffy weather, teams are playing really hard for that money. Has to go right. We'll be right back.
Don't miss Matt Austin on News 6.
Thank you so much for joining us for the news tonight. You can find all of tonight's stories plus breaking news on News 6 Plus. It's free to download on your smart TV or streaming device. Have a wonderful night. Bye.